I'm going to give you an option here too. Looking at that, and I'm going to make a decision. It looks really good, but I'm going to smooth that out. Now before I smooth it out, I'm just going to take my finger and smooth it, but before I do that, I've got a sponge here. I've just wet the sponge, and the trick here is to keep your finger wet. You want to keep your finger wet, and then you can keep wiping off the excess on your sponge. And you're just going to want to go over that top edge. You're not going to want to just like that. Then you're going to get that over. The idea is we don't want too much to go over on the either side of the line. Now, granted, we're going to get just a hair, but not very much. The bigger you get that, the more chance you get of this drying and not blending in exactly with the paint color, the paint finish, the sheen, and everything else. That's why we're trying to make this as small as possible. Okay, wipe your finger off on the wet sponge. Or if you have a rag, you can hang on to a rag and wipe that. And keep wiping off here. And that makes it a little moist, and it lets this caulking smash down easier, and your finger flows right over it. And you're also taking off a little excess on this line too. Okay? Not hard. Now what do you think about the crack? What say thee? Couple things I want to point out. Now, I've seen guys put caulking up here in a bigger line and then try to wipe it off. And then, yeah, you can wipe some of that off, but then you get a big, huge line up here, a mark after the caulking dries, and then you can see exactly where it is. That's why you've got to do it this way. And I've seen other people take it and take a putty knife and put it in that or they put some spackle up there and go psh, like that. Now what have you just done? Even with the caulking, what have you just done if you do this? You get that caulking on there, oh, I'll just flatten it out with the putty knife. Now you flatten out the caulking not only in the crack, but over a ½ inch beyond the crack this way, a ½ inch over here. You've taken out all the ridges and ripples on your ceiling. And when you get all done with that and it dries, you're going to stand down on the ground and you're going to see that. It's going to look awful. Okay? So don't use one of these on these types of cracks. You'll be sorry.